Welcome back to my channel, everyone. This video is another video in the item series. In fact, it is video number 2, and I am so excited to really launch this series on items and power-ups because they are my absolute favorite. So if hearing a little more about items and power-ups is your thing, then stick around. Thanks for sticking around, everyone. This video is jam-packed. I'm gonna try to make it quick, but I think I say that all the time, and I don't know if I ever achieve it, but we're aiming at under 10 minutes here. As always, if you could like and subscribe, that would be fantastic. Liking the video helps get this video out to a wider audience. It's sort of telling YouTube you liked this video. The last one, we got like over 20 some likes. That was pretty big for me. I like it. We had 2 not likes. I'm sorry for you guys that didn't like it. Hopefully this one will be better for you. All right, let's get down to it. We got 3 concepts we're going over today. 3 concepts. First one is this idea of sets. So in card games, in collectible card games, there typically is a set of cards per year or every other year released. So if your kids play, Pokemon or Magic the Gathering, every once in a while there's always a new set of cards that come out, and there's a special graphic on that card. If you've watched my how to create an item video that I'll link right here, that has different symbols I use for the sets. But something I didn't share in that video is I always make some items that are exclusive to that unit, that you can only get in that unit, and they have a little graphic that represents that set of items. It gives people new things to sort of get excited about, that the new unit just rolled in and they know there's going to be 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 new items that are specific to this unit. Now I did the exclusive because there are other rules that are in play here. While you can only get them on quests during that unit, I do have other items that sort of break that rule and allow you to sort of get older items that you missed out on, which is just another kind of fun factor and another item that you could create. Number 2 is you need to have a range of items. You don't want everything to be super awesome, super epic. And actually, this is something that I struggled with when I first started making items. I would sit down and think, what would be a good item? And I always wanted to make the epic one, some awesome rule bender, something that the kids complain about that they wish they could do. It's like, boom, let's just make that epic item. But I struggled making kind of the medium weight items and the sort of low weight items. So one tip I have for you is for the super rare ones, make them super powerful, be like super creative with them. But then for the weak versions, make all of your weak versions kind of one-time use items, something that they're gonna burn up when they use. That's an easy way where you could still probably have it be an epic sort of thing, but they only get to do it once, where the bigger version they get to use multiple times, which is another thing I discussed in that sort of item creation video. I use those lightning bolts to show how often you get to use it. So maybe for a medium weight item, you get to use it 2-3 times. For kind of the legendary, super rare, ultra rare item, it's unlimited. And then again, for that base version, it's a one-time use, or it's a less impactful use if you're doing different things like earning XP. Maybe it only earns 50 XP at the base, then it earns 300 XP in the sort of mid-weight item, and then all of a sudden the heavyweight item, it earns 1,000 XP for whatever your item does. I use a color code to sort of separate what are uncommon, common to ultra rare items, and I discussed that in that video, so check it out. The third thing that I wanted to talk about in terms of item creation is one of the items I have for this unit. And I have so many items I really want to go through, and that's going to be part of this series, but I wanted to lay some of this groundwork between the idea of sets for each unit, the idea of having a wide range of items in terms of their power and abilities, and before I sort of got to these different items and power-ups in their specific nature. So going with the theme of sets, having a set, here we started our first unit in my class. We're doing ancient Mesopotamia. So I have a little ziggurat in the corner of the items so they can kind of see that they come from this unit. And this idea of set collection, kind of coming from the game Monopoly, right? I have several items that you need to kind of have a set to sort of be able to do something or amplify its power. And the item I want to talk about is the Guardians of Marduk's Temple. That was like the god in ancient Mesopotamia, specifically Babylon area and Sumeria. And how this works is it works on a concept of battle points. Battle points for me, or BP, is this idea when we do boss battles, you want to have as much battle points as possible. So kind of the bigger number, the better. And it's something that some kids really choose to try to collect battle points. They want to be like strong in these kind of battles and these things. But what you need to know now is you want more BP, right? BP, battle points, kind of the stronger, the better. And this item works on a feature where collecting multiple of them amplifies its power. So I think having the first one gives you like 10 points, and then if you had 2 of them, it gives you 30. So that would be 15 each, right? If you had 3 of them, I think it gives you 60, which would be 20 each. And then I think if you had 4 of them, it's 120, right? So that's big, that's 30 a piece. And this also brings in a new feature that my students hadn't seen yet. In the bottom corner, which you can kind of see over here, it's got this little like graphic of these 3 cards on top of each other. This means this item's stackable, so they could put all 4 into one item pocket, which is also another kind of fun thing. And so this gives something that people can kind of strive for. And when I'm paying out quests, some students say, hey, I'm going for those Guardians of Marduk's Temple. Can you give me, like, this would be my 3rd one. Could I get that instead of what you were gonna give me? And I'm always happy to oblige that, because it's really showing that the students in the game and they're strategizing and they're thinking through what's going to be the best play for them. And it's pretty epic, it's pretty awesome. So I hope you've taken some things from this video. I hope you have thought about, liking and subscribing to this video and this channel. This channel is all about finding joy in the journey, and I think one way to do it is to have a more playful time with your students, a more playful classroom. In fact, I think you should have a more playful life. Check out some of the other videos we have here on the channel. There are so many good ones. Some about gamification and others just about being a good teacher. There's even some recipes. Check those out. As always, I would love to hear a comment from you. If you've done sets for your class, sets for your units, I'd love to hear it. If you have a tip or a trick, or you have a cool set collection item, post it below. And just so you're all aware, there will be more item videos, so stay on the lookout for those. All right, guys, that's all I have for you today. Take care.